According to the iSafe Foundation, half of all teens have been bullied online. 1 in 3 young people report experiencing cyber threats. What can we all do to solve this problem? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum, and I'm joined by Stephen Balkam, CEO of the Family Online Safety Institute. Stephen, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So, what can we do to stop this? I mean, this is ridiculous. When you take a look at cyberbullying, both online but also offline.
Yeah, it's a very serious problem, and I think that the two key things are prevention and intervention. We've seen a lot of new laws being created. We're rather concerned about the criminalizing of our kids and throwing them in jail. We not necessarily think that's the best approach, but this idea of making sure that we're seeing the signs of cyberbullying and bullying and making way that trusted adults can intervene.
But here's the question. What are the signs? And how can we start a national dialogue, not only with our parents, but also with our teachers, with our role models, with our peers, with our friends, to say, you know what, this is a sign, this is wrong, and I'm going to report it to the appropriate officials.
Right. Well, I think it starts at the top, and I think the president actually has done a good job of using his bully pulpit around the issue of bullying. More could definitely be done from the White House, but then it moves down. It moves down to the state level, it works down to the school district level, and into individual schools themselves. And we're talking about a dialogue. We also need a dialogue in family households, between parents and between children.
And who facilitates that?
Obviously the parents, and this is the classic thing of just keeping the conversation, the dialogue going between parent and child. That's when you see the signs.
What if I'm a parent and I'm clearly of a different generation where I don't know what's on the internet? I don't even know. Look, I check my email, I surf the web, but I'm not exactly sure what to look for because, quite frankly, I'm just unaware.
Right. Now, a lot of parents feel that way. They feel at a disadvantage to their very tech-savvy kids. But ignorance is not an excuse. You still have to get involved. You have to get online with your kids. But you will see signs of withdrawal. You will see signs of tetchiness, maybe not wanting to go to school. You, as a parent, will be able to sense if your child is in danger.
So, Stephen, for the parent, for the teacher, for the role model, for the loved one at home that's watching this program, they're intrigued by all of this, but they don't know where to go. Where can they go?
Well, there are a number of sites out there. Ours, the Family Online Safety Institute, is FOSI.org, where we have a lot of material on cyberbullying.
And let's talk for a few moments about teachers, because there's this debate going on in our country where there are a lot of parents that say, you know what, do not parent my child. That's my job. There are a lot of teachers out there that are saying, you know what, this is part of our responsibility as well. So is there a fine line between when a teacher should really focus on education and maybe lay off on the bullying aspect, or are they just kind of intertwined?
You know, teachers are extremely important, but also let's mention the student counselors. If your school is lucky enough to have student counselors, they are the ones that play a critical role between school and home. And our hope would be that they continue to grow in their presence in our schools.
What about peers, Stephen? What about peer-to-peer? In other words, I'm 13 years old. I believe that I'm being bullied, or my friend is being bullied. Where do I go?
So our message to kids and to teens is be an upstander, not a bystander. In other words, report the bullying. And most of the sites, Facebook, YouTube, Google, they all provide ways to report abusive material and behavior. So yes, be an upstander and don't pile in on what is otherwise a very egregious behavior.
We have about 15 seconds left. It sounds like, Stephen, what you're saying is that there's a certain responsibility on the teenager's part as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's what we call a culture of responsibility.
Stephen Balkam from the Family Online Safety Institute, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trainum. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.